What's up, fellas? Maru here, and welcome to a game called Shio. A game where you've forgotten something very important. Or and sometimes you need to just lay down the fridge to forget everything really quickly. I get it. Here we are. Oh, look at our hair swaying as we walk. It's a clock. Take a look, of course. Why not? 5. You stare at the clock. It seems staring back at you. Alright, thank you, clock. Did the 5 mean anything? Oh, nice. It's a sketchbook. Pick it up. It probably doesn't belong to you. Pick it up anyways. Yeah? You should think about this more carefully, Shio. Take the sketchbook. No? Okay, never mind now. Yeah, I'll take it anyway. Nothing else to do in the void. You might as well get something to write down your thoughts. You hold the sketchbook in your arms. It's heavy, but you'll get used to it with time. The sound is heard in the distance. Don't know where it came from, but we'll look around. Quick note also, I have played this creator's games before, or at least one of them. I played 2200 Resistance? I can't remember the exact name of it, but I just played it quite recently. And a ladder. It's a ladder. How astute. You're pretty sure there's nothing else around. Nice lightning speed down the ladder. Hey, watch where you're going. You can't see anything below. Maybe your ears are playing tricks on you. Gosh, it's Shio. It's so long I didn't even recognize you from this angle. Where are you headed? I don't know. But you must be here for something important, right? I don't really know. Do you even remember who I am? Yeah? Looks like your lying skills haven't gotten any better. And things don't change with time, I suppose. Noah. Come on, how could you forget your intelligent, charming, and all-around perfect big sister? Am I really that forgettable? Looks like that rings a bell. Are we like on a ladder or is it more like a bridge here? Gosh, you look pale. Let's get you down to solid ground before you hit your head. You can't help but think that a fall from this height would do a lot worse than a minor head injury. I know we're on a ladder, or just RPG makes it like we're just moonwalking on a bridge. Oh, nice. Gosh, looking at you on solid ground. You've grown so tall. What's wrong? Dang it. I lost my rank as tallest sibling. This sucks. I can slouch and bend my knees while I'm walking if it'll make you feel better. Please don't. I suppose it can't be helped. Gosh, children truly grow up so fast. No, stop trying to sound like Mom, please. And now he's a rebellious teen with an attitude. Whatever shall I do with him? Just joking. You should see her face. In any case, we should get going. The tour won't wait for us after all. I don't really understand what she's talking about, but it's probably common knowledge. You'll look stupid if you ask any questions. Right. I called somebody. Nope. It's a normal refrigerator. Nothing interesting here. Don't narrate my narrating inside voice. There it is. Maybe there'll be cake inside. Getting excited just thinking about it. But not too excited. That would be childish. You're probably thinking, maybe there'll be cake inside, right? No. I don't even like cake. I suppose there's no harm in opening it up. Maybe we'll find something worthwhile. Me. It's you. Maybe it's a Shio-shaped cake. Why you don't think that's the case? I guess it can't be helped. Time to get to work. Work? Examine the body we have on our hands. What else? Are you sure you can do something like that? That's where your incredibly skilled, undeniably experienced clinic volunteer of an older sister comes in. Amazing. While I'm busy, feel free to poke around. We should try to get a sense of what happened in here. I'll do my best. Yeah, do you have heart eyes? Enjoy looking at the body, I guess it excites you that much. A small empty bottle. You squint at it for a good 2 minutes, but the letters jump around to their mush. Are you doing alright over there, Shio? Yeah, everything's fine. It's time to get back to work. It's not like you'll magically learn how to read it within the next 5 minutes anyhow. This telephone has been buzzing softly since you've entered. There's no one on the other end. Gosh, that sound is getting on my nerves. Hold that off, will you? Shio? It's a Shio. Sorry. Peace has been restored. Goodness. You look up and see a bulletin board. There's some notes on it. They look important, but that's all you understand. Isn't like they're legible anyways. No. I don't feel like opening any more appliances. But if Noah's body falls out next, good idea. The chair is toppled over. You don't know what to make of it. Underneath is a small lid. It came from the pill bottle on the other side of the room. You're still not sure what to make of this information. Like this pill bottle? Oh, okay. Noah did turn around. Looks like you examined everything important. Yeah, but you're not sure what it all means, right? Gosh, I suppose you can't do anything without me. Well, don't stress about it. I'll solve this mystery in no less than 5 minutes. Try to keep up, okay? Well, they said about the pill bottle being solved in the next 5 minutes. I'll try my best. Oh god. This was in the other game. I was horrible at it. Let's begin by considering the body. When I say I was horrible at this, by the way, like, that video was like 20 minutes, but it took me 50 minutes of recording. Alright, statement 1. Let's begin by considering the body. There were no cuts or bruises on his skin or rips in his clothes. Therefore, the cause of death was internal. The victim likely took some sort of medication or poison while inside the fridge. And that's why the body fell out when we opened the door. If there's anything you're unsure about, feel free to ask. Do you have any information that contradicts any of Noah's statements? No cuts or bruises on his skin or rips in his clothes. That's true. Therefore, the cause of death was internal. The victim likely took some sort of medicine or poison while inside the fridge. But fell out when we opened it. It's either 3 or 4 here. 4. Hold on a second. Is there something that needs explaining? Try to spell it out in a more simple manner if you want. No, it's just... Well, how do I say this? You suddenly remember the sketchbook you picked up moments ago. Here. Oh, that's a decent drawing for a beginner. It's the pill bottle. I found it on the ground outside of the fridge. And, if the pills were taken when the victim was in the fridge, they would have fallen out with the body, I think. But that's not really a contradiction, is it? Regardless, medicine was the cause of death. But if you're hung up on that small detail, I'll revise my theory to incorporate it. Alright. The bottle you sketched says Ambien. It's a brand of sleeping pills. They don't work right away. The effects take time to kick in. They were likely taken at the sink, which is outside of the fridge naturally. Then the victim dropped the pill bottle on the floor, and the lid rolled next to the chair on the other side of the room. Well, hold on, yeah, that's a direct contradiction right there, and the lid rolled next to the chair on the other. Oh no, the lid did roll, but no, it was under the chair. There we go. It was because the lid She said it rolled next to the chair, but the lid was under the chair. What is it, Shio? Itching to compliment my deduction skills? You gotta love that we're just two siblings that supposedly just find a body, drop out of the refrigerator, and we just start going full-on Ace Attorney detective on this. The lid. I found it under the chair. Next to... under... it's practically the same thing. Is it really worth mentioning something like this, Shio? Well, I guess it's pretty much the same. But if the lid was there after the chair tipped over, then it would be beside the chair. So, because the lid is under it, the chair would have fallen afterwards. Oh, serious? But for all I know, it's a stupid detail. I mean, I'm sure you know the answer. I've got it. Amazing. Your intelligent, crime-solving enthusiast older sister finally has the perfect solution. So listen up, Shio. I'm gonna crack this case wide open. It's so silly, but I love it. The victim took the sleeping pills at the sink. The pill bottle was dropped on the ground and the lid rolled under the chair. As the medicine kicked in, the victim regretted his decision. He tried to call poison control but didn't remember the number. That explains the buzzing phone when we entered. In anger, he flipped over the chair. That's why it's on top of the lid. Just the effects of the pills kicked in. He defeatedly climbed into the refrigerator. Well, it's solid. Good job, Noah. I was gonna say that's not anything I don't think I can contradict. As always. And right on time, too. Come on, the tour is starting soon. Noah's deduction is perfect. Every piece of evidence was taken into account. Everything makes sense. But despite everything, that isn't what happened. Did you say something, Shio? You were the body that fell out of the fridge. You can't read the name of the medicine on the bottle. Why would you have taken it without knowing what it was? And are you really the type of person to flip a chair? I've never done something like that before. Why climb into the refrigerator? Why not just lie down on the floor? But the answer to these questions swirling around your dizzy head is probably very simple. Something anyone could explain in a couple of sentences. You'd better stay quiet. Because, like with everything else, never mind. I'm just being stupid. Let's get going. How about we leave the body alone for now? We're just supposed to leave it here? Fair enough. Sorry that you didn't get your cake, Shio. I wasn't really expecting anything to be in that fridge anyways. But I did something cool, I think. I drew a piece of cake instead. Oh. It's fine for a beginner. Could you lift me up, like unconditionally, instead of just kind of dragging me down with your words? What's wrong with it? I mean, alright, but there's no rhyme or reason in the shadows. And the fork is an odd size compared to the cake. And it's kind of hard to identify the blob on top of the strawberry. But other than that, it's decent. I guess so. Be careful not to think too high of yourself, Shio. You flip the page. From this point on, no one will be able to see your scribbles. She's good at detective work, but she's a horrible sister. Well, we took a bit of a detour, but it looks like we're on time for the tour. We're touring? A clean hallway? Goodness, no. This is a factory. A very clean and pristine one, of course. Yeah, I love the pink design for a factory. Like a Poppy Playtime factory. Where's the tour guide? There's no employees either. Well, it looks like I'll have to show you around this factory myself. So we were rushing for no reason? You're not entirely sure what Noah's up to, but she probably knows what she's doing. Oh, but I need you to walk in front, okay? Think of it as a lesson in leadership. In other words, you're not going to learn anything. Hey, I see that frown on your face. Your big sister always knows what's best for you, alright? Yeah. Alright, sure. Oh, what's here? This ladder doesn't lead anywhere. I guess just for decoration. Isn't this more like a step ladder? No, you should really learn to tell the difference, Shio. When the ladders gain sentience and revolt, who would they go after first? Me? The person who refused to use the correct terminology. Alright. It's a ladder. I just gotta think, if ladders revolted, I think humanity would very easily destroy them all. If cars revolted on the other end, now that would be hard. Welcome to clinic place, Shio. Now sit down, because you're getting a shot. What? Don't worry. You're self-certified. The kind of a medical professional, very careful, older sister, is great with needles. Just be careful not to move your arm around too much. That might hit a bone or two. Alright. But please be careful. You reluctantly begin to roll up your sleeve, sure. I was just kidding around. Many volunteers aren't allowed to administer vaccinations. But if I could, I'd swear to be the best. You wouldn't feel a thing. I'm sure you'd be great at it. But I'm good for now. There's some cool equipment in here, Shio. Like a stethoscope and... Ooh, I'm sorry, what is that? I've never heard of that word in my life. An thermometer. How do you memorize all of these pieces of equipment? You have no idea what... Let's see if I can try to pronounce that. Spigom-o-motor something. Wait, that's not a word.
Sphygmomanometer.
It's an instrument for measuring blood pressure.
Sphygmomanometer.
Sphygmomanometer. Maybe it goes into your eye? Well, I've been getting toy doctor kits since my first birthday, but a lot of time to remember everything. The next 5 years, I accumulated a bunch of books about doctors' coats, clipboards, you name it. Guess I was always destined to pursue medicine. Speaking of gifts, didn't you get a lot of books as a kid? I remember stealing Alice in Wonderland and really enjoying any of Green Gables. I've never heard of that one. I used to sneak into the study at 3 years old, and Mom would catch me learning to read them on my own. I don't remember those titles. Of course you don't. You just liked flipping through the pages with illustrations on them. I just remember getting more and more books on my birthdays and holidays. Then one day they just stopped. Well, if you're not reading them, there's no point spending money on them, is there? But it's weird. I hated books, and yet, when Mom and Dad stopped buying them for me, it felt like they gave up. Now, why would you think that? They probably just wanted you to finish the ones they gave you before buying more. Even if they did give up on you entirely. Are you alright, Noah? I was just thinking that this place is so interesting. So much to look at, you know? I guess so. You can't really tell what's going on in her head. I can't tell what's going on. It just feels like you made Nikki all over again. It's a hospital bed. Not the most comfortable in the world, but would be a nice spot to take a nap. Careful, the last patient that visited this place had the plague and spread it all over the sheets. I began to move the pillow to a comfortable spot. Hold it! A mess on my neatly folded blankets. And that's the real reason. Some documents are strewn across her desk. Those are patient folders. It seems as though they were sorted through recently. You squint your eyes and try to read the characters, but they begin to look like ants walking across a snowy sidewalk. Dates? Alright, that's enough for you. These are confidential, you know? Besides, it's not like you can read them anyhow. You probably won't learn in the next few minutes. But we're not in a rush, right? Well, no. I was gonna try to read the numbers, since they're kind of difficult. There's no reason to waste so much time and effort if I can just read it out to you. Alright. I can do my own things, I'm not useless. It's just saying, okay, this is the same dialogue. A large shelf of medicine towers over you. Each one is a different color, but that doesn't tell you what's inside each one. The one up there is aspirin. The one to the right of that is amoxicillin. I mean, you probably don't care about the names if you don't know what they're for. It's not like I'll read the entire shelf. One of the bottles is missing. That's impossible. I watched this cabinet very closely. No one could have taken anything. Besides, you've never been here before. How would you know what's on the shelves? Well, there's a gap on the top shelf, so I thought a bottle would go there. Don't jump to conclusions, Shio. Right. Sorry, I'm so sick of this voice in my head. Hating on me, my sister calling me dumb, my parents not caring about me. Life sucks. I thought your older sister's exceptionally developed, totally trustworthy surveillance skills, alright? Everyone sucks. And there are some scribbles on a whiteboard. And that's the clinic duty schedule. I'm scheduled for a volunteer shift every afternoon after school. That sounds like a lot of work. Well, it has to be done. You should have walked home from school with me more often. I would have liked to, but I really didn't have a choice. But we're walking around together now, right? Let's make the most of it. And is that just thing we just can't read then? Because every time there's words, we just can't read them. On this thing, the patient details, inside the bulletin board, in the room with my own dead body. I guess we just can't read. Also, can I examine these boxes? Boxes litter the floor. Maybe there are snacks inside. Surely no one would mind if you take a small peek. Oh my god, Shio. You gotta think of other things than food. Let's say there were snacks inside. You can't just go rummaging through other people's stuff. I didn't even say anything. I can read mine, Shio. You can't hide anything from me. She looks dead serious. It's probably true. Posters line the walls. It says, yeah, she's like reading everything for me, so I guess I just can't read. Or we just might have severe dyslexia, so it's just very hard for us. As long as the factory looks like it's running smoothly, no one will assume otherwise. The other one says, criteria for product. Shiny on the outside, that's what really matters. Not something you want to hear, but with a factory that deals with medication. You're not sure how well this factory is run. Don't even think about touching the sealed boxes, Shio. I wasn't going to. You shove your hand back to your dress pocket. An ominous feeling emits between the iron bars. What's a place like this doing in a factory? Children who misbehave are thrown in there as punishment. Luckily, you're not a child anymore. Luckily, I'm not a child anymore. That's what you're thinking, right? Well, it's true. There's a special rule that says Shio can be thrown in the dungeon no matter his age. Of course there is. Just joking. Or am I? You should try to be on your best behavior. Just be safe. Don't want to get thrown there with the other children I get eaten. Are these posters anything different? Oh, what do you think of the factory, Shio? You could say the hallway, but maybe that's too basic. Maybe the posters. You're standing in front of one, which would make your answer seem too convenient. I'm not sure. It's an easy question. It seems any answer would have been better than none. My favorite room is the clinic. Really, it's your favorite room too. I guess. But science is difficult, and I wouldn't be very good at working somewhere like that. And medicine is confusing since everything looks the same. To become a doctor, you have to work hard for years on end. But that doesn't matter, right? I mean, you should like it in spite of all that stuff. You have to. I'm just not smart enough to work in one, that's all. Not like you, Noah. If someone asks, the clinic is the best part of the factory. That's what the poster says. Well, it's not like anything's going to happen, right? Well, it kind of depends. As long as you're... What? Because they possess a clockwork at every able they use much of... Is that like a book or something? You can't move. Oh god, they threw us in a dungeon. I told you we weren't old enough. Streaks of black against yellow pass by your eyes at impossible rates, and like always, I don't understand anything. Oh, come on. Yes, I think we just have severe dyslexia, or something like that, so it's just very hard for us to get this. Or not even severe, just dyslexia in general. Bleh. It's just a Sims language to me. I will have to see a Minervgros or Spurs I would pick. Or at Spurs Press. Ars. I love that they have that there. You have information that answers the screen's questions. Let me talk about statement 3. I know a lot about that last part. Found an indigo, place your treasure. The text would slow down a bit. Oh god, wait, I should find something here. Pill bottle? It's possible. I don't understand a thing. Isn't there just no way you can do this, right? Because, That's like once you do something crazy, like actually, there's no way you can detangle that though. Oh, we're just crying. I'm sorry. You don't understand. I've said it a million times and no one cares to listen. Dad, let me out. I'm scared. You'll do better in school. You'd be like Noah. You promise. Just let me out, please. You gotta say it with more confidence, Shio. Oh, it's Noah. It's all gonna be okay. Here, I'll help you out a bit. I can't even read that. Your incredibly well-read, undeniably scholarly, dependable older sister knows everything there is to know about literature. Don't freak out like that, okay? It makes me worried sick, and that you'll cry over some sentences. But I won't be allowed out if I'll solve it for you, like always. The answer to the first question is stale bread. The second one's a bit trickier, but the answer is obviously a steam factory. And the final one is London. Well, that's why the final word was, but. See? Pizza cake? What were the questions anyway? Well, it's solved, so it really doesn't matter. Besides, I've been reading classical novels since I was 4. I've practically read everything in this place. Dad kind of just threw me in the library one day, and I figured it out on my own. Enough about me. You never really liked this place, have you? No. This is just a book to something. Like, I don't think this is super important. Might be Alice in Wonderland, the other thing. Not Alice in Wonderland, it's just about London. A minute ago, you would have been amazed about the vibrant yellow emitted off the screen. I didn't know that screens this large even existed. Last time I checked, televisions were small boxes that only show an image if they were hit a few times. Well, it's been a while since I let myself unwind and watch some television, right? Right. And it sounds, the relationship dynamic, this was like really sad. Oh, sorry, punch my mic again. It's like, excuse me as well, my voice is different because I'm just also kind of sick right now. But it's like Shio, since they got no love from his parents, he didn't deem him smart enough, and everything was thrown on Noah to be like the golden child. Let's not glitch out the mouth. I think I just stepped on something. You lift with your foot to find a liquid-like substance on the heel of your boot. Noah, you're the tour guide. Is there anything around that I could use to wipe this stuff off my boot? Why not use your dress? It's the same color anyhow. Would like to avoid that if possible. Well, you can't see it anyways. It's not like you regularly look at the bottom of your shoe while walking. She's right. Now that you know that it's down there, it's as if you can feel the residue as you step. You can't be such a clean freak, Shio. Besides, you probably stepped on worse without knowing it. Well, yeah, but it's still annoying. Besides that, you'd think it's odd that something so dirty is here in the first place. So far, that factory has been spotless. Well, let's just leave this stuff alone. Probably not important. Alright. No one knows best, after all. Get me out of this dungeon. Jeez, I didn't even do anything wrong. Lots and lots of sealed cardboard boxes. Are these finished products or materials? You don't have time to waste on silly boxes. Come on, let's continue walking around. I was just curious. This poster says, don't show anyone the inner workings of the factory. Are we violating some rule by walking around this place? Nope, we are A-okay. Hopefully she knows what to do if you get caught trespassing. Gosh, we're not breaking in, Shio. This is a tour. We're allowed to be here. Okay, I get it. Oh, nice. That's cool, but I have no need. Oh. Hey, stop wandering off course, Shio. The tour only finishes once every nook and cranny has been thoroughly explored. But the hallway continues down there. Gosh, are you suggesting that you're incredibly prepared, very well-informed tour guide isn't showing you everything? Right. Sorry. Wait, we saw everything, though. Is something back here? That was break room place. The ladder we had to climb down to get there was in ladder place. What about the place above it? What are you talking about? There's nothing up there, as far as I'm concerned. There was. I can even show it to you. There was a clock and it was cloudy. If I could just open this door, the door would bunch. 5 again. Let's turn the door for a bit. Maybe if you wait long enough, something will happen. What's wrong, Shio? There's nothing on the door that particularly stands out to me. You're right. Interesting. Alright, now we can probably leave. Can we see this poster? No, that poster's far too high. Okay, there we go. Now we're done with the door. We just have to examine the door. I think we're done with the tour. We are? No, I was thinking. Oh? I have some kind of question about the tour. Well, fire away. It'll cost you 100 yen per question, though. Oh, you shuffle your head around your pockets. But obviously a coin isn't just going to appear. I was joking, Shio. If you find a coin, give it to me anyhow. Alright, if this is a factory, then why can't we tour any of the making stuff part? Because who would want to see something like that? Huh? I mean, isn't the fun just seeing a shining product come out of a clean factory? If we start to look into the nitty-gritty details, the whole process would be a lot less impressive, right? You're not entirely sure to interpret that, but she's probably right. In any case, what did you think of the factory? Pretty cool, right? It's very nice. That's all? It's clean, I guess. And there's a clinic and a study and a lot of boxes. It's just kind of boring. Well, people happen to like boring things, Shio. Boring things are proper and pretty and nice. Alright, I get it. I just feel like I haven't learned anything about the factory since we first got here. Like I said, everything else about this place isn't all that great. There's nothing else to explore. No, there's still one place we haven't looked. A door down the hallway? Hold it! You can't just run away like that, Shio. What if you get lost? Just let me in. Whatever's in there can't be that bad. There's nothing important in there. And even if there was, it's off limits. Oh, okay. Debate from this. Oh, okay. Well, I skipped that statement on accident. Oh my god, why do you care about this door so much, I believe? As far as I'm concerned, you think this place is boring. Why on earth are you suddenly so curious about a place you hate? It's not even like this factory is significant to any of us. I'm not moving away from this door until you turn back down the hallway, Shio. Okay, we're saying, oh my god, why do you care about this room so much? It's not like this factory is significant to any of us. Okay, that's already something. Contradiction. Shio, I just have to find, what do I say? Yeah, Noi works a volunteer shift every afternoon. Easy. I'm surprised. You usually pay more attention to small details, Noah. All I said was that you're stupid for caring about this unknown room so much. Well, yeah, I understood that part. You said that this place isn't significant to any of us, right? But you're on that whiteboard in the clinic, right? I guess if you put it that way, this place does matter to me a bit. But why does that matter? So what if I volunteer here sometimes? That doesn't make this place particularly important to me. It's not like I know anything more about the place than you do. Besides the clinic, of course. Just a star factory, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so this, obviously the first and second one is good. It's not like I know anything more about this place than you do besides the clinic. Did she give me more information about the place besides the clinic? Just a star factory. I feel like that's important. It's just a star factory. Yeah, because it's, hold on. Cardboard boxes. What now? This would now without me saying anything. Am I actually just pointing at her? Like, doing like a no, that's wrong thing from like Danganronpa. You should keep your explanation brief. Noah is losing her patience. Noah, you shouldn't know the contents of the boxes. They're sealed. I don't know why you're lying, but you clearly know enough about the factory to know what's made here. It's not like we saw anything star-like on the tour. Nice, I'm doing good. I was just guessing what was made here, that's all. Besides, even if I knew more about the factory than I was letting on, why would I lie about something as silly as that? You've seen this place, it's completely clean and shiny. Oh, I already found it, right there. Unless I'm not involved in what goes on here, I'd be pretty proud of it. Hold on, number 4. Dude, I am. Hold on. This is no cuts. I know you're seeing this right now. This is no cuts. The black substance is not clean. What's that? Remember? It was in that scary place with all those television screens. Right. But we came to an agreement that it wasn't that important. At that time, yes, but now it's a crucial piece of evidence. What this piece of evidence tells us is that there's a product produced by the factory. Something is wrong with the fact that the factory doesn't exist. Probably this one. Black substance doesn't suggest such a thing. Besides, we're standing in the building at this very moment. Wait, let me try again. Okay, never mind. Something's wrong with the factory? There it is. Okay. No cuts still. No cuts, but, you know. No, the fact that the rest of the factory place is spotless indicates a problem. You don't know how hard it is to run a factory, Shio. Keep something so large, so grand, running in top condition everywhere, every minute, every hour. They always manage to keep the lights on, and this place clean as a whistle. But no matter how hard I work, this poses a problem with factory place, whether I like it or not. Don't you have employees to deal with that sort of thing? Man, people working here would be aware of the problem, and that certainly wouldn't do. I mean, if your employer was struggling to keep their business afloat, what would you think? I don't know. Maybe you should have some job experience. That's not really the point, but alright. But now you're probably thinking, if you don't get someone to help, then the problem won't be solved, right? Now here I am, stuck with an issue that I'm too stubborn to solve. But I'm confused. If you don't want people to address the problems with the factory, then why were you insistent on taking me on this tour? I guess I wanted to test if I could keep up the act, just for a little bit longer. And she didn't do too well. If someone as dumb as you was able to figure it out, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Just because you can't see the bottom of an iceberg doesn't mean it isn't there. Regardless, I have no more excuses left to make. It made it clear that you're getting into this room one way or another. Your brilliant, shining, perfect older sister surrenders. Alright. You won, Shio. Don't get cocky. You just got lucky. You can't help but feel as though you're strolling down a path of no return. But the show must go on, whether you like it or not. Oh, we're in like, oh. Well, this is what you're here to see, right? I was kind of what you just professed. This place doesn't look troubled at all. Is that so? But it's so cluttered in here. If this is the problem you're dealing with, I can help you clean it up. Last time you tried to clean your room, you found an old box of dice and ended up sorting them by color instead. No, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm capable of cleaning up a room. If you say so. I'm not entirely sure if she actually believes you or not. I want you to look at this. What do you think? Nice, right? Every edge is cut sharply and precisely. Light refracts off its edges in a purposeful, meticulous manner. Objectively, it's perfect. It's so shiny. And that's what everyone says. Mom, Dad, relatives, my classmates, you're the volunteers at the clinic, and my teachers. There's so many people are telling me that it's amazing to be able to do such a thing. And it's probably true, right? Mm-hmm. If only you could craft something even a fraction as impressive. Maybe then, your relatives will compliment your incredible talents instead of telling you that your clothing is interesting. What are you hiding behind your back, Shio? Oh, nothing. Shio, lying is illegal, you know. It's true, people get shot for that. Is it? Are you doubting your lawful, extremely responsible, rule-following older sister? Fine. I've been working on something. Gosh, you have? We've been walking around all this time. Oh, it's really not that good. The perspective is a bit strange. The clothing isn't shaded very nicely and the proportions are all off. In comparison to your star, though, it's really just a crappy drawing. Is it really that unflattering? Maybe I should have drawn myself or something. I can rip the paper up if you're that... Oh, God. Oh. Why would you do that? Yes, I'm just clumsy. No. I probably did something to make you drop it. You didn't do anything. Wait, give me a second. Begin scribbling in your sketchbook as fast as you can. Done! I mean, come on, that's pretty impressive. And the lines aren't straight, and I've never drawn this shiny material before. But it memorize what it looked like, and I have somewhat of a photograph from before. The thing that just happened. You're such an idiot. Huh? Oh, God. You didn't hear me the first time. I'll say it again so it drills into that thick head of yours. I didn't care about it. It's just a stupid star. Why are you blowing up at me? Oh my God. I hate stars, Shio. Why do I always have to spell things out for you? I hate how long it takes to produce them. I hate how much effort it takes to maintain this stupid factory just to make them. And most of all, I hate the fact that I'll have to work here for as long as I live, making things I hate. And just stop making them. It's really not that difficult. Easy to say for someone like you. For someone like me. But recall being the person who's dealing with a problem they're too stubborn to fix. Well, you can't read, you can't write, you can't even tell when people are joking or being serious. No one's gonna charge you 100 yen to answer a question, Shio. It's common sense. You're an adult, for Christ's sakes. It doesn't take freaking rocket science to figure this stuff out. Man. So then, why? When I kill to be in your shoes right now. Really? You expect me to believe that? I know you think I'm stupid, Noah, but I'm not that stupid. You understand you never will. Because you're such an idiot. Someone so stupid has no use for something like this. Give it to me. My sketchbook. Oh, come on. Noah sprints away, and less than 5 seconds later, she's swallowed by darkness. You don't really care to run after her. Who cares if she trips over her own feet and falls to the ground, bruising and scraping her knees? Who cares if she simply vanishes out of existence and never comes back? You certainly won't. But maybe, just maybe, if she were to return a bit less than 5 minutes, and wipe away your tears and tell you that you're being a bit dramatic, and invite you to gently talk things out and sit down somewhere to relax, then everything would be alright. Noah, where are you? Why haven't you come back yet? She's probably still mad at you. The hard ground is starting to hurt your arms. You should stand up, at least. Oh God, sister, I have no idea where you are. Oh. 5. The clock has been ticking innocently since you've woken up. How irritating. If there's any numbers you'd recognize, it's this one. Although it's not like you can actually read it, you're simply able to make a very accurate guess as to what it is due to its current significance. You knew it was coming the moment you opened the refrigerator door, because even if things are just a little bit different than what you remember, and you've forgotten a few details here and there, a specific sequence of events is playing out according to script, just as it once did, 5 years ago. Okay, I'm really hooked on this story right now. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything. I'm just hooked on what's happening. Hmm. Strange. Because this is 5 years ago. Oh, so she overdosed on. I kind of had that thought that she was the one who took the pills because she seemed, well, don't get me wrong, she also has a horrible life, but she was also having like that crushing pressure of everything in her life, which is, also like I didn't say because it was just everything was picking up, like the semblance of the factory of like she's maintaining the perfect star for everyone around her, which I'm assuming is to represent like how she is, her grades, her work ethic, of like everyone being impressed by it, her teachers, her parents, and all that. Like the perfect star made in a completely spotless factory that she's maintaining like her mind essentially. Like her. The factory is essentially just her. And yeah. Man. Noah? Shio, you can't just stand around. What am I supposed to do? I'm slipping away. Oh man, and we can't call the cops, can we? The home phone's the top of the base, and it's called the emergency number. It's, no one's ever told me what it is. Remember that Noah pinned some important phone numbers on the bulletin board above. What on earth? I'm trying to decipher the numbers over and over again. The first digit looks like a 1, or no, maybe it's a 4. Actually, it might not be a number at all. Are you even looking at the right sticky note? But no matter how long you stand, your forehead towards the ceiling, your eyes welling with tears, which you hastily wipe away with your cotton sleeve, your hands trembling as you grasp the phone, an irritating buzzing in your ear. It's just a puddle of oil, a smudge that appears after you wipe your finger over wet ink, a mess caused by dropping the container of your favorite black nail polish, but worst of all, a reminder of your own stupidity. Noah, what do I do? Time is passing. I've got to think of something else. Fast. It's an empty pill bottle. I've never seen this bottle around the house before. You can make a delicate guess to where they came from. Remember, Shio, I'm sticking by. I know. But, oh my god, that's me panicking. I don't know what could we do for her. Perfectly straight bang conceal her eyes. Her body is limp. Limbs strewn across the checkerboard kitchen floor. No, you're joking again, right? You're scaring me and get up already. Please. Let you look a bit closer. Noah's necks and shoulders are positioned in an abnormal manner. Which is not good at science at all. In particular, you know absolutely nothing about the human body. But maybe it's normal. Noah, you've got to get up already. I learned my lesson, okay? I won't bother you about anything anymore. Please get up. You're scaring me. Shio, you have to move. The one of staring is going to achieve anything. Reluctantly, you step away from your sister. Goodbye, Noah. Let's try going out the back door. Will you be able to ask your neighbors for help? The door won't budge. That isn't getting around to fixing the doorknob yet. Try forcing your weight on the door a few times, but it's not like you're making any progress. Probably not wise to leave your sister's body unattended anyhow. Think of something else. Oh no, the sink is still wet. Don't use it recently. Very recently. Oh god, it's getting more blurry. Yeah. Oh, wait. You must shuffle your hand around the trash. Something all too familiar brushes against your fingers. The drawing. It's your sketchbook. I can't believe she threw it in the trash. She could have used it at least. Examine the new addition to your doodle. Just a little bit closer. Is that me? Not very well done. But who could have tainted your poor sketchbook like this? It's not as though you know anyone whose art skills are more abysmal than yours. You should figure out a way to erase this at some point. Regardless, you save your sketchbook from the pile of trash. I guess pages aren't too dirty. Thank goodness. You should quit worrying about your little toy so much. After all, time is passing. Oh god, can we just leave? Something in this room. There's knocked over beneath it is the lid to the small bottle. But why did it fall and when? The person who knocked it over must have been... No. It seems like the only plausible answer. Did she throw it? No, that wouldn't make sense. Based on the direction the chair fell, still facing the table, it feels as though it could have been hastily thrown. The lid looks dented, almost someone stepped on it. If that's the case, why is it under the chair? No, it's impossible. Noah isn't that clumsy. You choose to believe in what you wish, but sometimes the truth is pathetic. Oh my god. Is there anything we can do? Can't think straight. It's calmed down. Oh. And then we would step in the fridge. God. That is so brutal. It's me. Shio, question mark. Hello, Shio. We're not forgetting anything anymore. How was it? I don't know. Typical. Well, at least there's an option to bring her back. To tour her factory place all over again. To hear her talk excitedly about the book she's read. To sketch her in secret as she runs through the hallways. To praise her for her talents. To be scolded for misunderstanding her jokes. It's everything we want, with no strings attached. All we have to do is rip up that sketchbook. Really, even someone as stupid as ourselves could do something so straightforward. That's it? No, it seems a little too convenient. Perhaps that's the point. Don't think too hard about it. But there's a clearly correct choice. It's not like this is new. You've made this decision many times around. But it's strange. She's normally here by now. What will you do, Shio? Bring Noah back or refuse? Oh, man. I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know if this is multiple endings or not, but I'm assuming bringing Noah back is just like ripping up the sketchbook and realizing nothing happened, she's dead. Like, unless there's some magic way to bring her back. We'll try both options. So first we'll try bring Noah back. You begin ripping out the pages of your beloved sketchbook, page by page. It's difficult at first, but once you realize that there's no going back, they seem to tear away on their own. It becomes an unconscious process. In fact, you forget what you're doing as your vision blurs and the empty canvas around you disappears. But hopefully, when you reawaken, you run into her again, climbing down a tall purple ladder into a pitch black void. And everything will be okay for another day. Good night, Shio. So that's an interesting thing, though, because I mean, we just see that happens when we bring Noah back. It's just like you rip it up, good night, Shio, and that's it. And it also says you've made this choice many times around. It's just something where we've, with the grief of her being gone, we've constantly just ripped up our sketchbook, like destroyed our hobby with that grief of her being gone, and like refusing to actually just moving on. You should think about this more carefully, Shio. If something you want is within your grasp, you should take it. What will you do, Shio? I can't. Why not? I'm not really sure. But I'm not sure I want to keep doing this over and over again. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm debating myself. It's too late to do anything else. I thought that I'd just shut out the world for a bit. But one day became weeks, which became months, which became years. And the longer I sat in my room, the harder it was to figure out where to go from there. I'm stuck here. There's nothing I can do about it now. Use an approach. God. Let's be sympathetic to ourselves. I can't disagree with that. 5 years is a long time. We've missed a lot. The more we wait, the more it hurts. There's always a way out. It's never too late to leave. All we have to do is step out that door. Here's the debate. You really don't understand. You're not a child anymore, Shio. You know how embarrassing it is for an adult to be unable to read a simple sentence. Everyone our age has university jobs, families of their own. I'm so far behind. There's nothing I can do about it. The more you think about it, the more your resolve weakens. You might be talking big, but deep down, you know it's true. Can't do anything, Shio. You have information that contradicts your statement. That we can't do anything. Our sketchbook. We like drawing. I just noticed that every time you point for a debate thing, you pause and look at the sketchbook. On the sketchbook, just written in Shio's hand, is like it's the chair and 2 pill bottles. I think I'm going to show the sketchbook there. Our sketchbook. We've been learning to draw. That's something we can do, right? No, my sketches aren't good. Noah said so. It's true. Noah did say that. But is that real? Oh wow, we just had a straight up level up Sailor Moon power up, don't you? Does that really even matter? Of course it does. Because Noah and Mom and Dad. No, I'm asking if it matters to us. We made peace with it a long time ago. We'll never be the best at anything. But Noah, I didn't think Noah was the best at everything either. That's okay. For Noah, for us, and every person in the whole wide world. As long as we do what we want, we won't care about anything else. Then, could I really be an artist? Well, we might have a long way to go. We might not ever be as good as we want to be. But as long as we work towards it, that's all that matters, right? Sure, there's a lot of things I can't do. And I know that it's going to be difficult. But I'm tired of sitting around. I'm tired of doing nothing and going nowhere. Oh. I'll just have to do my best. It's going to be lonely for a little while. But maybe I finally have to accept it. However, to be able to watch over you as you grow and change, and do all of those things that I'll never get to do, like Noah talking. Well, I suppose that makes me the proudest older sister in the whole wide world. You can do it, Shio. Oh, the best younger brother ever. And that is going to be the end of my playthrough of Shio. I'm going to play the longer game. I wasn't expecting it to be so long, but my god, that was so... I teared up a little bit at the end. That was really beautifully sad in like so many ways. That was just so... It was so wonderfully done, but it was also so sad, you know? Like, it was just kind of seeing these 2 siblings and like, you know, to just sum it up, I guess to say, like, Shio obviously had like dyslexia, maybe like autism or something like that. And that made them very disrespected when it came to like the parents, not the people, because they always felt like they just weren't enough. Ever. They just never felt like they were just enough for anyone because they had problems like that. And with Noah, she had that crushing pressure of the parents of being the golden child and them putting all their aspirations on her, like go to school, get best grades, go to the clinic right after you're done school, do amazing work, so like stuff like that, and constantly pressing, constantly reading, and that just eventually crushed her because you kind of saw Shio didn't have any expectations because his parents didn't really love Shio, and they always put everything they wanted on her. So we even seen the thing where it's like, I killed to be you, because it was Shio didn't have any expectations from his parents. His parents abused him, obviously, but he didn't have any expectations. They didn't expect anything from him. But yeah, man, like it was just so sad. I mean, we can obviously tell that she also, like, his parents obviously had stuff against him, even when because he dressed like a girl as well. We see he wears a dress, and he would use black nail polish and stuff like that. And I think that's just the way he liked to dress, and that also made his parents not like him as much. But it was that really sad scene where, like, she's dead, and it's just Shio panicking because he can't read the notes on the bulletin board. Like, that's really sad and disturbing. It was kind of like a horror. It was more, not really a horror game, but more like a psychological horror game of, like, that's really sad in a way. And that's why Shio just curled up and got into the fridge, because he was just so overwhelmed that he couldn't do anything. Ah, man. Really beautiful game, though. Like, it's just the character dynamic of Noah and Shio. Or even Noah at the end there, of, like, having a little drawing and really wanting her brother to move on. How Shio shut down for 5 years after she died and just kind of became like a niece, essentially. So beautifully done. I'm assuming Shio was also like 21 or something, like 20 years old. I thought he was in high school, maybe. But at the end there with the other Shios, it's like, we should be in college. We should be like in a university or having like a well-paying job by now. I'm assuming Shio was probably like 20 or 19, something around that age thing. Just older than I expect. But yeah, no, I truly love this game. I thought it was very interesting. This was such a dark, well, the other game was pretty dark as well. I'd recommend go watching that one after watching this one. It's no connection whatsoever. It's completely different characters, completely different thing. But just the art style in general and the way this person tells stories, I look forward for any other games they make in the future, 100%. This was awesome. Anyway, though, I will yap your off about how much I loved, like, even just cried a little bit over this experience, certain scenes. But, I don't want to annoy you. So, yeah. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate you all. And farewell for now. Oh, God. It hurts. At least we did get a happy end for Shio.